The average person can hold their breath for just 30 to 90 seconds, yet some can go much longer. The most recent world records for a breath hold without pure oxygen is 11 minutes and 35 seconds in 2009 and 11 minutes 54 seconds in 2014. As if that achievement wasn't astonishing enough, some competitions allow athletes to breathe pure oxygen before their breath holds. By using this technique, the underwater breath holding record was first set by Robert Foster from the USA in 1959, achieving an impressive time of 13 minutes and 42.5 seconds. This record remained unbeaten until January 2006. This raised the bar to 14 minutes and 12 seconds. Since then, the record has been broken many times, leading up to today's current world record. Budimir Sobat, Croatian freediver and Guinness World Record holder for holding his breath underwater for 24 minutes and 37.36 seconds at the age of 56. Today, we'll explore his intense training, the challenges he faces, and the motivation that drives him to push the limits of human capability. Budimir is an expert, so please do not try this at home. You started freediving when you were 48 years old, which is it's pretty late to any sport. They say your prime years are in your early 30s. What was your first experience with freediving like?
Well, yeah, that's true. But you have to consider this, that I'm in sports all my life. So it's basically, if you did not quit practicing of any kind, and if you were on a level like I was at that moment, it's kind of easy to start to practice some other sport. Of course, I did not thinking that I will be a world champion in free diving, but I was thinking, okay, I can be good, and I can practice as long as I am happy. Because I used to play basketball professionally, and then I was bodybuilder, but not successfully. Both of them, not. When I'm looking back at my sports history, I was not that successful, but it gives me advantage to other athletes who are in free diving, that I have a habit of training, and I don't like skip trainings. So for me, training session is something which is mandatory, and if I'm not doing that, it's like I did not brush my teeth, I did not eat, I did not sleep. So for me, training is a kind of way of living. So it was quite easy for me. There is no mistake in it. Really, most of the free divers, they are saying there is a, it's a mistake, it's a dark, it's weird situation. For me, it's just a job like any other. This is the huge difference between me and other free divers. This, I think, just you have to train, and the result will come. And free diving, like I said, it's a sport like any other. You have to train wisely, especially in my age, and probably result will come. Maybe not this one, but definitely some result with respect will come, definitely.
Well, why did you quit bodybuilding?
I found out that I'm not happy on a stage. It's simply as it is. I have no problem with nudity, like I'm in a speedos or standing in front of the people. I don't have half naked, and I don't have that problem. I have a problem with posing. That my wife and I were always laughing when I was standing in front of the mirror and showing, the poses, and I started to laugh. And the most important thing is actually half of the bodybuilding is posing. You have to represent yourself in a best position, in a best shape. You have to show the best, the good size, of your body and hide not that good ones. And you have to practice posing at least half an hour a day for the last 90 days before the competition. And I didn't do that. And on the stage, I was feeling like, now I am standing with 12 other guys, and now somebody will decide you look good, you not look. It was like miss competition, for the miss of the world or universe or whatever. And I felt okay. I like to train. I like the way the bodybuilding is made of. Like, you have to sleep, you have to eat, you have to do proper things. There is no cheating days. You have to weight yourself. You have to calculate how many proteins, how many carbs, how many, all those things. I like it. But I didn't like to stay on a stage. So one day I just said, okay, it's I don't, I will not doing anymore. I will practice. I will continue practice, but I will not compete anymore. Even though, like I said, in Croatia, I was kind of okay, solid, but in a sense that I can represent my country or to go abroad to compete. No, I was not that good. I was not. To be honest, I was not that. Now, when you look at the guys, how they are looking, don't be silly. I said to myself, don't be silly. I mean, those guys are Apollon for you. So quit that. And since I have a holiday house and I have a daughter with autism, and we are spending for more than 2, sometimes 3 months at the sea during the summer. And I like to be in the water, but I never did any kind of free diving because I didn't know how to equalize my ears, which is the most important thing, which is the basic thing in free diving. And I met a guy who introduced me with free diving, and he said, okay, if you have spare time, we can start with 5 meters. We can do scuba dives. We can do free diving. And I said, no, scuba dives, I don't like it. The thoughts of something on my back, like a tank, or I want to be free of that. And he said, okay, we can start with free diving. And within, I think, 10 days, I reached 35 meters of that. And he said, oh, you have a talent. And I said, no, I don't have a talent. I did not do equalization properly, and I felt the pain, but I didn't want to quit, which is different. And he said, oh my God, because, you have to equalize the pressure in your eardrums. And I didn't do it properly, but somehow I found this environment beautiful. It was suddenly I found my peace, and the way that sport it's supposed to be, it's very strict, which I like it. Okay, so how many minutes you can hold your breath, how deep you can go, everything is measurable, which I like it. I'm kind of person that I need to, okay, now I did 4, tomorrow I want to do 5. It's not like I will do whatever I can. No. For me, it's always, today I did 10, tomorrow I want to do 11, no matter what. So for me, my God, this is even better than bodybuilding. This is even better than basketball, because now I know exact measure. So when I came back to Zagreb, I started to train in a pool, and somehow my coach then and now as well, he realized, okay, this guy has 125 kilos pure because I was from bodybuilding, and now I'm 88, but now I have more fat percentage than when I was 125. It's very different. So, but in this position, 88 kilos, which I have at the moment, it's and I'm 6'4". It's quite good for free diving. The skinny you are, the better you are. Of course, you have to be strong, but more muscle, more using oxygen. So it's very It's very uh, it's common sense. The lighter you are, the skinnier you are, you can hold your breath for a longer time. It's just like that. So I started with that, and after he realized that everything he said to me that I will do no matter what. And after some time, he said, "Okay, Buddha, you are getting better and better." And then I reached in a competition 8 minutes and 30 seconds on this air, because we all know this air has 21% of oxygen, and the pure oxygen which I was using before my Guinness record is 100%. That's why it's such a huge difference between this static and static with pure oxygen. So you can multiply it with 3. In my case, it's 8 minutes on this oxygen, multiplied with 3, it's 24 with the pure oxygen. So he said, "Okay, shall we try Guinness record?" And we did it on training, and that's how it started.
When you first started, how long could you hold your breath?
Minute and 15.
Wow. And that took 3 years?
After 4 years, I reached 8 minutes. Yeah, after 4 years, exactly.
Why did you want to beat this world record? What was the motivation behind that?
Well, like I said, I have a daughter with autism. Okay, so they can't talk, all of them, including my daughter. So I was thinking I can be their voice. Like, okay, if I make something big, but really big, something interesting, because there is lots of Guinness record all over the world. Okay, we all know that, know that, everybody knows that. But this is something which is not something special, but this is something which brings me into the center of news. Like, okay, even though there is even maybe better records, but this one sounds really strange, like 24, almost 25 minutes of holding your breath. And in that case, I will have lots of interviews like this one, and maybe then I can talk about autism awareness. I can be their voice. So when I did it, in city of Petrinja, it was 2020, 21, I think. 600 portals all over the world published that record. This is huge. So it means at least 600 pictures of me with the autism logo on my back. This is huge. This is something, now I'm talking about autism. Now I'm talking about the kids with special needs. So this is my goal. This is like, after that, I was pronounced by European Commission hero without a cape. Like, I did something, and I am not Superman, and I did it for a good thing. So this is my mission. So I think this is something that I was thinking not during my attempt, but before and later on. During my attempt, I'm trying not to think at all. I know it's weird. But I figure out, and I realized after 5 or 6 or 7 years that during my static attempt or during my dives, I have to get rid of any thoughts because they are all disturbing me. So I don't want to be disturbed by thinking about my daughter, about the money, about traveling, about the gold medal or any other medal. I just want to think that I'm out of my body. And in that case, I managed. Is it yoga? Is it what kind of yoga it is? I don't know, because I never practiced. But I can put myself in a position that after some time that I can see myself outside of myself. I'm At that moment, I am divided on a two person. One is in the water, and the second one is outside looking at me. When I am in that position, when I am in that mood, I know that I can have a good result. It's very difficult to manage to do that every time. I have to be in a special, I don't know, I have to be in a good form, first of all. I have to be very, very concentrate. And in most of the cases, I manage to do that. And I know that I'm able to do that. And I'm going to do that when I hear my heartbeat. When I hear my heartbeat, but really, I'm so concentrated that I can hear my heartbeats going tick, tick, somewhere here or around my wrist. And when I'm in that mood, I know the result is going to be good. It doesn't mean that my heartbeat rate is low. No, no, no. It only means that I am fully concentrated and that I am not thinking about anything else. I'm just trying to figure out when it's going to be tick, tick, tick. Because my heart rate beat, it's not that low comparing to other free divers. It's somewhere around 40, 41, 42. Okay, which is low for an average person, but for a free diver is not that low. For some of them, they can put their heart rate on 30, maybe even 28, 27. But it doesn't mean that they can beat me. At that moment, they can do that. But if we are talking about the result, for me, it's somewhere around 42, 43. That was the minimum. Once it was 38, but maybe the sensor was wrong. I don't know. I'm not sure. Anyway, she's my motivation and she's my trainer. When I say trainer, I know it sounds weird, but she taught me, because when we realized that she has autism, the first thing you have to learn how to deal with a kid who has autism. Okay, you have to be very patient with them. So it's like, Joe, that I'm asking you a question in Croatian. Okay, and I will ask you something. Okay, kako si? Do you understand me?
No.
Okay, now I will say again, kako si?
Nope.
Joe, kako si? Kako si, Joe? This is a mistake that I was doing with Sasha. So the first information, you did not proceed, right? Maybe after 5 or 6 minutes or 5 or 6 seconds on 10 or 20 seconds, maybe you will realize, okay, kako si, maybe I can do something with that word, and finally realize it means how you doing. But since I started to ask you again after 10 seconds, how you doing, you didn't proceed the first one, and the second already came. So I'm in a double trouble. I don't know what the first one is, what the second one is. Then I'm starting to shout, what's wrong with you? This is a third one. And it's completely mess. So I realized I have to wait. Do you understand? I have to wait for her as long as it takes. If it takes 5 minutes or 10 minutes for her reply, I will wait. And it's the same thing with freediving. In freediving, we have contractions, which they came after the moment when your diaphragm is moving, which is, in my case, after 6 minutes. And it starts to be uncomfortable, okay? After 6 minutes, I am already in a kind of pain. What can I do? I just have to sit and wait. Deal with that pain. In any moment of my dive, I can do the surfacing and say, I'm okay, I can't do anymore. But she told me, stay down there, calm yourself down, wait until the last moment. She helped me a lot. So I just copy our sessions my session with Sasha into the pool, and that's it. That's why I can fight with the contraction for so long, because now I have a patient. I learned how to suffer. This is the first thing, because you have to learn in free diving. You have to learn how to suffer, because it's not enjoyable. That thing is not enjoyable. That pain, you can't say that it's enjoyable. It's, imagine yourself that you are boxing, okay? That you are a boxer and you are in the ring, and now you are with Tyson, and he said, "Okay, let's fight." You know for sure that you can't do the damage to Tyson, but okay, you are saying to yourself, "Okay, let's try to be inside for 3 minutes." Okay, and after 3 minutes, your coach can throw away the white towel, or you can say, "No, no, 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 that's enough for me." But you are still not in a knockout, and you say, "Okay, let's do 1 more minute. Let's do 1 more minute." You have to learn how to suffer, right? Maybe it's going to be lucky punch from your side, maybe, and you have to wait for your lucky punch. For me, I have to wait for the last moment when I will do the surfacing, show the sign, and say I'm okay. Maybe, because you are on that level. You know, when you are chasing the gold medal or any other medal at the World Championship, you have to risk. There is no free ride, like a comfortable dive. No, no, no. Everybody is doing 100%. So you have to go all the way, even a little bit more. So this is how it works. So that's why I'm saying Sasha was my coach, and she still is.
What do you think should happen maybe in the medical field or to raise awareness for autism? Or do you have an opinion on maybe what could cause autism? Is it just you just don't know?
Well, I was talking the other day. I was talking to one journalist about that, and even though I am a father of the daughter with autism, and I learned a lot. Of course, I have to learn more. There is a much more to learn, to figure out. The thing is, even wiser men, they have no clue why it's happened. For sure, I can say for sure that I believe in science. Okay, I believe in science. So I did for vaccination because they said so. We are not talking about, I'm just saying, I believe in science. So they say, okay, we have to vaccinate. I'll do it because I know nothing about it, right? So if you put common knowledge to say, okay, now I will do this, now I will do that, but when I'm in pain, I will go to hospital and I will believe to the doctors. But now I don't believe in doctors. No, no, no. It's not working like that. In my case, I'm not arguing. I'm just saying in my case, for me it's easier. For me it's easier. If it's a red light, I don't care if there is no traffic. It's a red light. For me, I will not cross the street, okay? Or I will not go by a car. So about autism, I can't say. I think that vaccination, that all the people that not more, many of the people, they say the vaccination is one of the cause of autism. But Sasha did not have a vaccine. Why? Because she was born with the brain damage, and we had to practice motorics with her. So she couldn't be vaccinated because of the fear that that thing can make a damage in the brain because of that. So in our case, what about us? When they say, okay, definitely it's vaccine. Sasha did not have vaccine. So what about us? So what I'm saying, I I don't have an opinion because I don't have enough information. I know nothing about it, and it gives me a right to say I don't have an opinion about it, and I don't want to blame anyone. I don't want to say why me or why her. It's just a statistic. For me, it's just a statistic, and For me, it's easier. For somebody else, it's easier to go to church and pray. For me, no. I accept it as a thing, and I will deal with it. I will fight with it, and this is how, for me, this is how life works. I know maybe for somebody it's not. It's not. I have my moments when I'm crying in the room. Of course, I'm not ashamed to say that. But I'm trying to be different person than I was before she was born. I was in a dark mood. I was thinking only about myself. I was selfish. I had no responsibility. And now this is completely different story. Now I think I have to do all my best because I ate already 2 lunches. I drove that supercar. I had that girl. And now it's my turn to be proper father or proper man. This is how I think. Sorry, but I can't say that I have an opinion about it because I don't have it. I don't know. Probably they say it's some kind of chemical reaction, but I don't know. I just have to deal with it.
You mentioned praying just a minute ago. Just curious, what is the biggest religion from where you're from?
Uh, this is a Catholic country.
Catholic, okay.
Yeah, I'm an atheist. I'm an atheist. So maybe
Why do you choose to be an atheist?
okay. Everything okay. Everything started with your parents, right? So if I just imagine me born in Turkey, I will be a Muslim, right? Am I right?
Most of them, you'd say. Some of them do convert.
Okay. Uh, Put some other Muslim country like Pakistan or okay, or uh, Emirates. Okay. So what do you know? What on earth you know when you are a kid like a 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or 10 years of age? Your parents saying there is a God. It's called God or Jesus Christ or Muhammad or Allah or whatever, and you will say, okay, yes, what's for dinner? And that's it. I mean, what do you know about it? You know nothing, okay? And then after some time, okay, with 18, 20, 25, maybe even later on, you can start to think because until then you have no idea who you are. I mean, you don't know where your butt is. So forget about those things like I am aware of the world. Come on, you know nothing. So let's say about around 20 years, you can start to think. In my case, my folks, they were atheists as well. So I was raised as an atheist from the very first moment. But even now, I'm thinking, okay, for me, there is no God. I have couple of reasons why I'm saying that, but I'm not discussing about it because I have no needs about it. But when somebody asks me like you, I will say, okay, like how many gods or beliefs there are on the world? 3,000, something like that. Okay, yeah, something around. And you are Joe. You are Catholic or you are
I'm a Christian, so I believe
you're
in
Christian.
Jesus.
Okay, you are Christian. Okay, so you believe in one of 3,000, right?
Well, I believe in the Trinity, which
Yeah,
is
yeah.
three
Okay,
three
okay.
persons, one
Three
being.
person, exactly. Okay, so but all those three are by one name, right?
One being, yes.
One being. Okay, okay. So, but you deny the rest of them.
Yes,
Okay,
I would deny the rest of them.
exactly. I just deny one more comparing to you. That's the difference. There's the difference. So it's the same thing. I had I was watching video the other day, and one guy asked the other one, like atheist and the guy who's believer. And you said there is a God, okay? And I said there is no God. And you said how come? And I said, can you prove there is a God? And you said I can't. And I said I can't believe you. In that case, I can, because there is no proof, right? So, but in my case, I'm thinking, I'm considering myself very rich. But I will tell you why. Because I have friends all over the world and from all over the religions. And I have no problem to be in a Muslim country, to be in a Christian country, to be, for me, even, I know it's for you as well. But from my point of view, I have no problem with religion, unless you don't want to involve me in your religion. Okay. So if you say, I will pray for your daughter, I will say, please do. I respect that. I will say, please do. I will not say, don't. Okay. I will say, please do. Even it's a Muslim, even it's a, so for me. And one more thing, maybe the most important thing is there is so much evil around the world.
Yes.
And I can't believe that God is so blind. All 3,000 of them, you know, all of them, they are so blind that they don't want to help the people. This is what I'm saying, you know, this is what I'm saying. So that's why for me it's hard to believe that there is something, even though I don't know the Big Bang Theory. I have no idea. But also, I have no idea what's in a Coca-Cola. Okay? Am I right? Do you know what's in a Coca-Cola? Maybe few ingredients, okay? But basically, you have no idea. Basically, you have no idea this microphone is made of what? Who made it, right? Why do you have opinion about that microphone? No. It's the same thing for me. I respect that. I respect any religion, but I just don't believe.
Yeah, with the microphone, you can tell that somebody made it. There was a designer. So in my opinion, I think, oh, the universe, Earth, we're spinning on a globe in the middle of space. I would say there has to be a designer because there's perfect order in the universe. But you would say because there's so much evil on the earth, I actually think because there's so much evil, it proves that there is a God.
Okay, fair enough. I respect that.
I just wanted to add a little bit to this. Budimir brought up a great point about, if there is a God, why is there so much evil in the world? There's so much pain, so much suffering. It seems like God is not loving. Seems like he's just not there. My stance would be if God stopped all evil, then what's the point of having faith? If God stopped all evil, then we wouldn't be in a moral world. Why did God create humans? Well, he wanted to share what he has. He's given us eternal life. Evil is necessary for free will and moral actions. If there's no evil, there's no free will. God came to earth, died on a cross for us. I have not seen another religion where God came down to earth and died for us to show his love for us. But let's get back to the interview. The pure oxygen, has it affected your brain or caused any health problems when you breathe that in?
Okay, let me put it this way. We started with some researching 5 years ago, okay, here in Croatia. Why in Croatia? Because, and there are some doctors from United States, from Canada, and from Great Britain. They came here after the Kursk tragedy. Do you remember the submarine Kursk in the Russian submarine? 5 or 6 years ago, it happens that 300 Soviet soldiers, they've died on a 200 meters of depth, something like that. So in America, they are very much in business. So in Russia, it was ended like, okay, they died for a mother Russia, and that's it. Okay, imagine that it will happen in America or in Canada or in Great Britain. How many lawsuits will be done in that moment? 300. the government will bankrupt because of the payment, right? So they started to think how to improve or how to make uh, things easier for submarines, for people in dangers like cosmonauts, like, and they decided to put some money in researching, and they decided to come to Croatia. Why? Because Croatia, even though we are we are a small country, but we have lots of good free divers that can hold their breath for more than 6 minutes. In their case, it's very important to come here, and they have already 20 guys who will do voluntary or will be paid some medical researching. And in that medical research, they found out that my brain is working completely different than the other free divers. What's happening? So when you are breathing pure oxygen, okay, we did it on a dry. It means on a table in a hospital, okay? So all of them, they will hold their breath for 17, 18 minutes, something like that. In my case, there was 10 of doctors around me, and they found out that after 21 minutes, with other free divers, their brain is saturated of 100% of oxygen all the time, okay? Because they use pure oxygen. But what's happening? The level of CO2 is raising up, right? It's normal. We have O2 and CO2 in the body. CO2 is a NAS product of O2 after breathing, and level of CO2, which is poison. Actually, it's a poison. So that CO2 is a reason why other free divers stop with apnea, and they can't hold their breath any long, because it's painful, because it's dangerous. It's like, you are in a garage, close the door, turn on the car, and you are breathing that air. It's kind of, oh my God. It's the same thing. But in my case, they found out on the screen that my brain is working completely different than that my brain is putting the saturation lower than 100 and press the CO2 in my body. I know it's kind of not a good explanation, but it's easier for listeners. So it's like pressure. My O2 is pressing down. At that moment, they were thinking that I have a seizure, and that was because I was awake, and I heard them that they are talking, Buddha has a seizure, and I was showing, no, I'm fine. But I didn't know what's going on the screen. And later on, they said, oh my God, your brain is working completely different. It's not my will. I was born with that. I mean, and since then, after that, we decided maybe I can break the Guinness record, and maybe I can go for another research, only me, in Canada, which was postponed because of the COVID situation, but it's still open. And I will go there because I'm a case study. My brain is working a little bit different than other freedivers, than other human being. It's a small sample. Of course, it's only 20, 30, 40, 50 of us. But still, in my case, it's working differently. So they think that somehow they will realize what's going on with my brain, and how to be simple, how to make it a pill that you can drink, so you can be like that, in a dangerous situation, closely like that. I don't want to be sure, but it's something like that. Yeah, that's why probably next year I will go with my coach Ivan Dervish. I will go to Canada.
That's very interesting.
Yeah.
You also said that you had more than 10 or 12 blackouts every year during competition. What
Yeah.
is that experience like, blacking out?
Well, yeah, it was maybe the last one I had. No, I had a few last year as well, but that was a year when I was trying to go up to 9 minutes, and I didn't realize that you can't do more than you can. When your brain is shut down, you can't do anymore. So what's the point if you do 8:59 with the blackouts, if you can do 8:55 with okay sign. So I was trying to actually to realize, to calm myself down and to say, okay, now you have to realize when it's time to get out, not to have a blackout. Blackout for me, it's always ending, or actually starting, with the moment that I see the people around me, all more 3 or 4 faces around me, because you are laying. And my first question is always, I asking myself, what are you doing in my room? Actually, I'm in the pool, but you're thinking that you just wake up, and I'm always thinking, my God, what are you doing in my room? And then you realize, okay, I had a blackout. So, it's not good. It's not good for popularity of sport. It's not good, but it's sometimes you need to cross the line if you want to reach something bigger. Of course, not that many like I had that year, but since then I realized that I have to find the balance, and I found it. And I found it in a sense like this. Okay, so if my time is going to be 9 minutes or 9:30, something like that, okay, to be honest, after 9 minutes, I don't remember a thing. I'm like a chicken, but I will tell you how. I'm like a chicken. Chicken is running, and you cut the head of the chicken, and she's still running. Okay? In my case, it's the same. I know that I'm going to be in a blackout. But in my mind, in my preparation, which I did for the last 5 years, every single training, every single protocol, I have prepared my fingers under the water already like this, Joe, under the water, because I have to show that sign. Because when I do this, that shock without the air, I will forget to do this. So in the water, I am already have prepared my fingers, and when I'm surfacing, I am already in this position. It's like a chicken without a head. And also, I am saying I'm okay. After that, I'm starting to save myself. Not before. Usually, free divers, they are doing recovery breathing, and after some time, they are showing. In my case, I am so close to blackout that I have to do the protocol, and then I will breathe, because I have only 15 seconds to do the protocol. I will forget in those 15 seconds when I do the surfacing, because it's very short time. But when you are in a problem, 15 seconds is very short time. So there is no way that I will do the protocol. So first I do the protocol, and later on I have all the time in the world to save my ass, to breathe. But I already did my protocol, so the die is valid. So I learn when is the last second to get out. So all my dives, they are ending with scream. I'm famous about that. With scream, I'm okay, because I'm releasing the last air from my lungs, and to get new inhale as soon as possible. I'm doing that almost in the water, because you have to release some air to get another one, right? You have to exhale and then inhale. That moment when you exhale, and that half of the second when you have to inhale, is the critical point for your brain. That moment your brain is shut down, because there is no oxygen in your brain, right? Because you are breathing in and out, in and out. But now when we are doing this, we are not under the pressure. But when you're under the pressure, when your saturation is very low, like mine, which is 20, 25, 30, at that moment, of course your brain is almost dead. So when you exhale the air, there is no pump, there is no nothing in your brain. And that's the moment when you do the blackout. And it has to be very short between exhale and inhale. And that moment when I'm exhaling, I'm already shouting as well, I'm okay, and I am inhaling, and then I'm trying to save my. Sorry if it's too long, but I had to explain how it works.
How do you know how much time is left? Do they just tap you like on the shoulder or are
Yes,
you like
every
counting?
okay. If you announce, let's say, 9 minutes, the deal is 2 minutes before the 9 minutes, official judge ask your body to touch you every 15 seconds, and you have to show the sign. You have to show it, and it means that you are okay. If you don't show the sign for 2 times in a row, you are disqualified, and they have to bring you up because probably you are in a problem. Okay, so you know the time, and your body is allowed to tell you what the time is. So I have a deal with my body that don't tell me a thing before the 6 minute. And then first time you will say a 7, and then I have official tap on my shoulder. And from that moment, I know every 15 seconds, so I can count, or the body can tell me, okay, Buddha, 7:30, 8, be strong, blah, 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 courage, all those things. Or in my case, I don't like to be talked. Like, you just tell me the time and I will fight by myself, okay? Because I'm trying to listen my heartbeat, so it's a big noise around me.
Do you eat or fast before these competitions?
Yes. Yes. I found out that 3 to 5 days of fasting, in my case, it's the best for me. So at that time, I am drinking only water. I've tried 7 days, but I was too weak at the competition. So I tried 6. It's a trend. You have to try everything. You have to try everything. I tried 16 hours. I tried 32 hours. I tried 3 days. I tried with the fruits. I tried with the chicken soup because of electrolytes. I've tried just water or just proteins. And I realized in my case, it's up to me. It's up to my weight at that moment. It's between 3 and 5 days. So it means that I don't eat 3 days at all. I'm just drinking water. For some other free divers, it's not working like that. For them, it's good. It's enough. For static, it's good to fast at least, let's say, 12 to 16 hours. But in my case, if I want to do it high performance, like really, really something respectable, I need to fast 3 days at least. And during those 3 days, I'm working, I'm practicing. It's not that I'm laying in a bed. It's a normal day because bills, they have to be paid, so you have to work. I mean, it's not like, I will be at home and I will stay. I will not work anything, so I will just wait for an official top. It's not like that.
And does it matter if the water is cold versus warm?
You mean during static?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's better if it's colder. It's better if it's colder, but not too cold, because shivering is the worst enemy. Because of the coldness, it's the worst enemy of freediving. And when you start to do like shaking yourself, and it's not good if it's more than 25 or 26 because of visualization, because your veins are too open. So if it's hot, the oxygen and the blood is circulating faster than usually, so you are using more oxygen than you are supposed to. So usually, every time when I'm going to competition, I check the water temperature before I'm heading from Zagreb to any part of the world. I'm checking the temperature of the pool, and then I'm trying to do the same, to find the pool with the same temperature here in this area to practice, because you need to be adapted on this. If you are practicing on 24 degrees and you come to the pool which is 30, you can be sure that you will have a blackout. Definitely, you can be sure that you will have, because you want to push. Because if you can do 7 minutes on a 5, you will think I'm still good, but you are not. Actually, you are not. In that case, the blackout is definitely something that will follow that attempt. So in my case, I'm trying to do professionally as much as I can. So I know the water temperature, and at least I tried in a similar situation at least 1 or 2 training sessions before I get there. So it's better cold than warm, definitely. When I did the first Guinness, the water temperature was 21, which is cold, which is very cold. I remember my coach said, okay, I'm going to check the pool, because it was some kind of improvisation. It was not real pool. It was montage pool, and they had no time to heat properly. And I remember he said, Buddha, I'm going to check the water temperature. And I was waiting for him, and he came back and he said, yeah, it's okay. And I knew it. It's bloody cold. But I didn't want to ask, because I didn't want to put the pressure on myself. Later on, I found out it was 21. But probably because I was so excited and I was well prepared, it was. I managed to do that one. Yeah.
And did you reach out to Guinness to do this world record?
What do you mean?
Like, did they reach out to you to do it, or did you reach out
No,
to
no,
them?
no. You have to reach them, because they don't care. I mean, you have to ask them. For them, they said it's. I've got the answer from them, like maybe after 3 days of my applying. They say yes, we are very interesting to do that, because it's kind of it could be interesting for our for the people to see. So I've got a reply from them like after 5 days, and yeah, that was it. I mean, you can do it by with them, to call them to come on that place on that occasion, but you have to pay them, okay, like 5,000 to 8,000 pounds, something like that, for the official judge, okay, and he can do it on the same place where you are making that attempt, and he will approve that thing is a Guinness. In my case, we did the other thing. We filmed on a 4 or 5 cameras. We put it all together, we'll send it to them, and they say after 7 days, okay, officially you are Guinness record holder. Yeah. So we saved some money, which went to the kids, which I prefer. But it's up to sponsors. If they want now. Now I am negotiating to do another one, 25 plus, before the end of this year, and probably because of the sponsors, they are interested to call the Guinness to come straight there to have that recognition, like immediately after my attempt. But it's up to them if they're willing to pay. Okay, pay. Okay, I don't. So probably because in 3 days' time, I'm heading to Kalamata. There is a world championship in Greece, and I will compete there for 15 days. And after that, I'm starting with the preparation for a Guinness.
Wow. So is that going to be at the end of this year?
Probably end of this year. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Well, good luck.
Thank you,
Rooting for you.
Joe. Yeah, thank you, Joe. Yeah, this time I'll try to reach 25 because it's a round number, and we'll see how it works. Yeah, yeah. There is no guarantee. But I'll try. Even though 1 second is you said 24, 30, 20, 24, 34, which actually is 24, 37. Never mind. And no. But I asked Guinness, do I have to make it 25 or no? They say even if it's 1 second more than the previous one, it's okay. But it would be silly to try just 1 second, so I will try to do 25 round. So, but who knows? Because on a training when I'm doing, it's kind of demanding. It's very 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 tricky to do that training. I need at least 1 week to recover myself after the training with pure oxygen. It wouldn't take that long if it's only 10 minutes or 15. But since I'm chasing all the time, more than 20, 22, 23, sometimes 25 or less, a little bit, my body is collapsed because of the huge amount of CO2. So I need to recover at least 1 week. I'm just doing a recovery walk or a dog walk or a light gym or just swimming because I can't do any more of other training, freediving training, because I'm too tired. Yeah. Usually I have a herpes after that because my immune system is going down because it's quite demanding. So it's not just like, I will do that. So I can do pure oxygen attempt maybe 3 times per month, not more than that. It takes time to recover. Yeah.
Are there any different new records or challenges you're aiming for, or just you want to do that one?
Well, I'm good in this. And even though I would like to be, the world champion in a depth, that I can reach 140 meters of depth, which is currently record at the moment. I have to stick with this because I'm good in this. So I'll try to break this one, and I will give my best to reach and to break normal static record, which is 11 minutes and 35 seconds, something like that. My PB is 10 minutes and 17 seconds. So I have a long journey in front of me, but maybe in 1 year or 1 year and a half, I will try and I will do my best to reach it. Why? Because time is not on my side, because I'm getting older and older. I have to be very wise with the training. On the other hand, my performance is still valid. And anyway, I'll try to those 2 records. I will try to beat them. Mine, Guinness again. In the meantime, since my last Guinness, I know for sure that 3 or 4 guys, they tried to beat me, but they didn't make it. And now it's my turn to make a homework for all of them.
10 minutes, 17 seconds. That's without pure oxygen, correct?
No, that's without. Yeah, that's without pure oxygen. Yeah.
I was watching an interview that you were in, and you said you used to be a smoker, and that just sounds crazy to me.
Oh yeah. Actually, I smoked for the first maybe 3 or 4 years during my freediving career, and then I realized, okay, there is a lots of effort, there is a lots of time, there is a lots of money that I put in. So I asked my coach, what will happen if I quit smoking? And he said, okay, Buddha, listen to this. You will be worse for the first year. Why? Because of the resistance of CO2, because you are a smoker. And by smoking, you have CO2 in yourself, okay? So you are making yourself like you can fight with CO2 easily, but after 1 year, you will become better. So I took a risk and I quit smoking because I was really passionate about it. I was smoking 2 packs a day. 2 packs a day for last 15 years. But it's easy to do something when you have a vision. If you are that kind of person, okay? I believe in this. So for me, it's easy. Okay, what I have to do, I just have to be addicted to freediving, and I will quit smoking because I was addicted to smoking. Now I am addicted to freediving. And for me, it's just switching. For me, it's easy. The same thing, I quit drinking. I used to drink a lot. I never had any drugs in my life. I'm not saying because somebody is listening, like police and things like that, but I never had drugs in my life because some family issue, okay? But I was drinking a lot. And when my daughter was born, on that day, I realized, okay, she was born with the brain damage, okay? Now, probably I will have to practice with her for more than, this is what they say to us, to me and my wife, at least 4 or 5 hours per day. Motorics, you have to practice one finger, second finger, blah, blah, blah. And I said to myself, I can't drink a glass of wine and do that. I'm not that person that I can drink only 1 glass per day, or just 1 shot. I have to get rid because I don't know how to do it. I don't know. I can't drink only one glass. So I said, okay, this is my last drink. Actually, it was yesterday, and I quit. I was addicted to alcohol. Then I started to be addicted for training with Sasha. It's the same thing with smoking and freediving. I'm just changing my addiction. I somebody will say, it's okay, it's not good but for me, it's very easy. It's very easy. And now I'm not thinking about smoking. It's like I never did in my life. Sometimes when I smell the smoke, it's good, but I never had a will to do the one cigarette or something like that. No.
That's good.
Yeah.
What kind of operation did you have on your eardrums?
Oh, okay. This is what I was saying. My motto is no early turn, which means I will not do the turn in the water on my way down if I didn't reach the bottom. So when you are going down, when you are free diving, we are talking about that. You have to announce certain depth that you are going to do it. Okay, like 50 meters. It doesn't matter. Okay. So when you're going down, you have to grab the tag on the bottom and go up. Okay, and show them that you did your mission. Okay, like I went down on the bottom of that rope that you are going down. It's some kind of piece of paper, or we call it tag. You have to put that tag under a hood or whatever, go up and show it to the judges, okay? So, but since they are looking you at the sonar or the camera, now there is dive eye, and it's following you all the way down and up. And they can see, did you turn earlier before the bottom? Okay? So in that case, they're shouting early turn, which means you didn't go all the way down. So it means alarm for the rest of the guys who are buddies, safety guys, blah, blah, blah. In my case, it's very difficult for me to do the early turn because I put so much, and you are doing early turn only because you can't equalize your ears. That's the only thing, because you can't go any further because you feel such amount of pain if you can't equalize your ears, because you have to equalize all the way down. You have to equalize your ears, okay? And I ignored that pain, and I had a eardrum rupture. So I continued with the practice, and then I realized, okay, the bubbles are going out. I have to do some operation. We tried the first one, easy one, and it was not successful. The second one also, and then I went to the complete reconstruction of my ears, and now they're okay. It was 2 years ago, and now I feel quite okay. Now everything is okay. I feel a little bit sometimes the pain, but okay, I have to deal with it, and that's it.
So there was an earthquake during your attempt?
Yes. I did my Guinness attempt because of the huge earthquake that happened, let's say, 1 month earlier in that city close to Zagreb. It's called Petrinja. Okay, and then we had the idea, if we want the attention, my coach and I, if we want world attention, we have to go there in that, because every day, when the earthquake is happened, maybe 1 month, even 2, the earth is still shaking a bit in that area, because it takes some time to earth to calm down. In our case, we decided to go there as soon as possible, and I said to my coach, no matter what, don't get me out. If it's an earthquake, I don't give a damn. Everybody can run. I will stay there in the water, and I will do my job. And it was a small one during my attempt. Yeah, they said to me later, I didn't feel it, but they said later on the news that the whole day it was kind of small moving in that area of city of Petrinja.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
How does the lung packing work? Like before you attempt this, are you like sucking in air?
Yes, yes. We call great question. We call it packing, which means my lung capacity is quite huge. Uh, but I was not born like that. I was just stubborn, and I practiced a lot. So it's 8 liters, which is a lot. But with packing, it's 11. So it looks like I'm sucking air at the moment, and I can suck 3 more liters into my lungs. But it doesn't mean that you will do better with all those air in your lungs. For me, I have a specific number for any discipline that I'm doing, how many packings I will do, or how much air I will put in my lungs. I will give you an example. For depth, when I'm going down in the sea, I pack on this huge inhale, which is almost always the same, 23 packings. For a static in the pool, I'm doing 29. For a Guinness, I'm doing 31. And for dynamics in the pool, I'm packing 53. It's always different. Why it's such a huge difference? Why? Because when you do the inhale, huge inhale, okay, and you add some air into your lungs, and if you are stay still like in the water, you feel like you are going to explode because you are not moving, and it's too much air, and it's the you always have to calculate benefit and minus. Which is the benefit, which is minus? The benefit is, okay, I have a more oxygen in my lungs, so it's supposed to be that I can hold my breath for longer, right? But the minus is I feel so uncomfortable. I can't relax. My brain is working completely. I have to give up because I can't hold that air in my lungs. I can't relax at all. Your heart rate is fast at that moment, like 140, 150, 160, because of the pressure. So you have to find the perfect balance. In my case, it's half of my maximum packings for a static. It's like 23 or 29.
On your Facebook, you posted that you were in a car accident earlier this year.
Yes.
Um, and did you get a concussion? And are you
Yes,
okay from
yes.
that?
During my drive, I had a blackout. It's something that I'm not proud of. I'm happy that my daughter wasn't with me. Okay, it's just I think it was combination of hard training, not enough sleep. Uh, I was dehydrated because I didn't drink enough water, which is very important for us free divers, and that combination brings me that I just had a blackout during my drive, and I now I can say that I'm so happy that I didn't hurt anyone. The damage on the car is total crash, but put it on the side. I'm still alive, and there is no damage except financial, and which is not important. I was lucky. I was really, really, really lucky because probably in that moment when I blacked out, it was later on we figure out I press the pedal of the gas, and probably it was 140, 150, and I crashed the wall with that speed, and I was happy to be alive, really. Yeah. So it's
Goodness.
just wasn't on a phone or something like that. Yeah, it was syncopa or blackout. I don't know what happened, but probably, yeah. I didn't check later on because, yeah, those things happen, and hopefully it will never happen again. Yeah.
Let's say there's like a young kid wanting to get into free diving. What advice would you give them?
Okay. if you really like the sport, if you're really passionate about it, so it takes time to get some results. So once my coach said to me, you will never quit except something has happened to Sasha. But if you quit after 2 or 3 years of non-practicing and you come back, okay, to the free diving, very soon you will be close to this result at this moment, okay? But imagine what would happen if you continue those 3 years, and after 3 years of practicing, where you could be. So it's the same thing for a new freedivers, new kids. First of all, safety first, okay? Forget about me, forget about, you always have to have a body. And second thing, it's a process. It's a trend. Sometimes the training goes up and down, but the most important thing is trend. If the trend is slowly going up, then you are on the right track. But it's not every day for a world record. I had so many fails. I had so many bad days on a training that I can say to myself, okay, I will quit. There is no way. But you have to be consistent. It's not, like I said, I'm not talented at all. Really, I am not talented. Like I said, my first static session was 1 minute 15, 30, something like that. But I'm stubborn. I said to myself, okay, I like it. I like that feeling. Okay, it must be a way that I can be better. How can you be better? By training. That's it. When everybody asked me what's the best training for free diving, just do free diving. Just do free diving, and that's it. Hold your breath. Simply, there is no mystic. No mermaids, no bubbles, nothing. Just do the training. Yeah. I don't know how to do the bubbles because I don't want to spend time on the bottom of the pool and make it, because I think it's a wasting of time. If I did the proper training, I'm too tired to make those shit, okay? I'm too tired. I'm going home. I need rest. And if I do that on a training, which means that I'm losing my training session because I want to have a fun. For me, it's just a job. I respect the guys who are doing that. I'm with all my respect, but it's not my monkey. It's not my circus.
Well, Budimir, thank you so much for doing
Thank
this.
you, Joe.
I really appreciate your time, and I'll be rooting for you at the end of this year for the 25-minute mark.
Thank you.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Joe.